How about that? Lindsay Lohan, financial difficulties. Now, she's got to complete this counseling, and as you heard from the judge, group counseling isn't really going to get it done. It's got to be one-on-one. But for someone to come in and counsel, she's got to get paid, right? Joining me tonight, CNN producer Alan Duke. Also, attorneys John Manuel and Vikki Ziegler join us all from California. Thank you all for being here. Actually, Vicki's in New York tonight. Sorry. All right, Alan.
I wish I was in California.
Yeah, exactly, right? Alan, let's start with this financial difficulty. I mean, I guess it's been difficult for her to work over the last 4 years with all these problems, but maybe financially it's catching up to her because she's got court-ordered, counseling that she needs to do, but she also needs to pay for it.
Yeah, it costs Lindsay a little bit more than the average defendant because Lindsay can't go into this less expensive group therapy. They all agree that that just wouldn't work because of her celebrity status. It would change the dynamics of the group session. Wouldn't want to do that. But, you know, Lindsay pulls up to the courthouse every time, about a dozen times in the past year, with a driver and a nice car.
Yeah.
And she walks in today with $1,200 shoes, is what one fashion consultant says. And all of this jewelry that she apparently paid for, but the problem is she hasn't been working, so her SAG, Screen Actors Guild insurance, has expired. You have to work every year to keep that current, and so she has to pay out-of-pocket cash for the psychologist. But I will say, she wrote a note to her lawyer. I was sitting right behind her, so saw her write a note to the lawyer saying, I can do it. I can get the money for this. And she's got 3 weeks to do it or possibly go to jail.
Wow. Vikki Ziegler, it seems like, and you're going to have a tough time making that argument based on everything that Alan has pointed out, the expensive clothes. You know, she's a diva, she's a star. She's got to be able to afford whatever it's going to cost for this counseling because the judge ordered it, the judge wants it done.
Absolutely. I think her middle name is excuses, excuses, excuses. Every time she's court-ordered to do something, to abide by the probation terms, somehow she can't get it together. And every time I watch Lindsay Lohan in court and I talk about it on television, her face looks the same. There's always an excuse. She can't complete probation. We're going into the 4-year stretch here. We're talking about DUIs, 2 of them from 2007. This is not difficult. She's obviously got some serious issues. I don't know who her team is around her, but to get this done, to get your community service done in a timely fashion, get the psychological counseling that you need. This is not hard stuff, Vinny. I don't know what's going on with this girl.
John, Manuel, I mean, the best thing for her to do is to get done with this already, right? It's been lingering and just following her wherever she goes. She needs to just complete the probation.
Absolutely. And remember, if she successfully completes all the terms and conditions of her probation, she has a right to expunge her record. What that means is that she won't have a record. Her record will be dismissed pursuant to California law. So it's in her best interest to do everything on time and to make this judge very, very happy.
All right, Alan Duke, thanks so much. Now, if you want to stay on top of this story, plus everything else that we're covering here on Prime News, make sure you're following me on Twitter. Very simple. There it is, @VinniePolitan. That's V-I-N-N-I-E. All right, we've been following the story of a teen who's been accused of beating his parents